Hello, always dizzy here. Still sick with COVID, but I think I might be 1%, 2% better than yesterday. So hopefully I'm not coughing as bad, but no promises. I started off okay yesterday and then it got really bad near the end. I'm going to start with Puzzle Streak of 40, as I always do. Lately, I've been doing pretty well with Puzzle Streak. Of course, as I say that, I'm probably going to butcher it. I'm going to start at the 1 minute mark, and which is coming up in a few seconds. Okay, let's go. Mate, mate, mate. His rook looks trapped. What? Of course it's not trapped. So you could just go here. What is this about? What's the point of this puzzle? I'm not. What is this? What a stupid puzzle. I'm just going after the pawn. I'm not expecting this type of thing for an 1100 rated puzzle. Okay, I don't care. I care, but I can just start over. But that was just the worst puzzle for 1100. You're not supposed to be. I don't know, that was kind of dumb too. Okay, let's pick up a rook. There's the first cough of the night. We can pick up the queen. Should be a mate here, right? No, we win the queen. And we can take and then... What? I am rusty. Yeah, because here... It would only... Yeah, we would be down 2 pawns. Okay. Rusty isn't even the word. Sloppy is the word. So third time here. And I gotta stop being sloppy. Okay. So we have... Okay, I can see it faster than I can say the answer. Discovery on the queen. And... fork. Mate in 2, I believe. No, mate in 3. 1, 2, 3. Take and then rook b8. Mate in 2. Check? No, how do we do this? So check, if he takes with a queen, I can take his rook, and that we're up the exchange. Should be enough. If he takes with the king, then I can go check here, and then be up the exchange again. Let's see. That's a very unorthodox solution, I gotta say. And especially for 1400, that's crazy. That one was underrated. Okay. Can I take and then promote? Take, take, boom, d7. And how does this work? Yeah, that should work. Okay, we're in check, and our queen is under attack, but we have a fork. So what if we take with the rook, and at that point we're just up a rook, so he takes our queen, then we give a fork, and how is, like, what is the end result there. I'll be up a rook there. So we should be able to do that. And I think we don't want to take this way because then there's no fork at the end. So, okay, we are black. Can I take here? No. I think I push. Because if he takes, we're queening. Queening with check. I'm going to take a cough drop now because the coughing is starting. Okay. Yeah, so I think I go b2. He takes and then check. But that, I'm not sure about that though, because that seemed like it would just be a draw. So maybe I take, we take the pawn and then, no wait. Are we just going for a draw here? I only see a draw, I think, because we push, take, check. And, I mean, that's got to be a draw. Rook and a pawn. Okay, I'm going to go with that, and I'll look at it with the engine after. I don't see where the win would be. It ends there. This is a win? How is this a win? Is my king close enough or something? I'm amazed that this is a win. Are we zigzagging in? Okay, what if he doesn't... What if he doesn't... Okay, what if he goes here? I'm going to play white. And, oh yeah, so we can't do that, eh? So we will have to go here and then, wow. That's, okay, that's so underrated though, because this is such a technicality. Yeah, it's because the king can come in. That's crazy. It's so situational. I'm downvoting it because that's much harder than it looks. Okay, we are white. So we can just win the knight here. Unless I'm crazy. Breakthrough. Now, is that quick enough? It should be. Hello Programming Archives. Should be quick enough. I don't see... I mean, he's not going to check us. So I don't see how he's stopping that. Now, my instinct is to just push. Yeah, because then he's going to... So we just push. And he's not going to check us. So. Okay, can't I just take and then take the knight? I mean, that should be pretty straightforward. Well, can't we just protect the pawn? Otherwise, it's a draw. So we need to protect the pawn. And it's a little... I don't know how long we can hang on to it, though. King c2. Maybe I even just come in here. Yeah, but we need to protect the pawn. Okay, kill box is a mate in 2. And we have check, 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 check. So yeah. So boom, 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 check. And it's not quite what I want. Yeah, because normally you can just mate, like, the queen or the rook goes on this square, and then you get a mate like this. Usually the queen goes to f7. But I don't see how that's happening. I mean, assuming he takes with the rook first, he's got king h7. And you would think we would go queen e4, right? And then g6 is forced. And then you usually mate by taking on f7. What do I have time to play something like queen e8? g5. Yeah, maybe I have time for queen e8. Maybe. You know, he gives me a check. He only has the one check. Ooh. Okay, well, that has to be the first move. I'm going to look at this. What's the engine after? And he doesn't recapture, but I think it's the same thing if he doesn't. So we start with this check. Or unless, let me just... Yeah, I think we start with the check. g6. And I think we still go queen e8. I'm just wondering if I can take here. I'm going to wait. I can just... No, I can't because my other rook is hanging, right? Yeah, so take. No, I think... Actually, yeah. So I think I'm just sticking with the original, and then queen e8. I think so. I think queen e8 check g6 and then queen e8. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, this ends too soon. So let me just show the other line first because it's simpler. g6 and then queen e8 was my plan, and then he doesn't have any good checks. Like he's got one check and then that's it. And I'm threatening mate. He doesn't have time to escape because whichever pawn he moves, it's going to be mate. If he moves king g7, we have mate here. So he doesn't have time. It's a good puzzle. I feel it's underrated though, for sure. And then the line that happened is basically the same thing. It doesn't really change anything. Sorry, why is it? Yeah, here. It's the same thing. So, but it ends too early. In fact, this isn't even winning now in this line because this is check, which I didn't notice. So here it's actually queen e5. Yeah, this is so underrated. By at least a couple 100 points. I missed queen e5. I found the correct line for the other line if he had taken on d8. But that's why that's why it ends too early. It ended way too early. That's a downvote from me. It's a good puzzle, but probably 300-400 points underrated. Okay, so let's continue on. Is there a reason we wouldn't take the bishop? I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I don't know why I wouldn't take the bishop, but is that winning? But why would we not take the bishop? So let's take the bishop. And then we might have queen g3 followed by pushing a pawn. Maybe not g6. I mean, we can win a pawn there, though. And we're already up material. And we have to save the bishop, so this seems to answer everything. This is a terrible puzzle. My God. Worst puzzle ever. Okay, not ever, but one. That's just a trash puzzle. Okay. Isn't it just a mate and 2 here? A lot of garbage puzzles today. Check and then take as a queen. Another garbage puzzle. And I think bishop a2. Looks good. Take. How about a check if he goes to the corner? No, that's the end of that. So check here, go to the corner, take the bishop, and I'm up 2 pawns there. That looks good. That should be good enough. I don't think we're going to get better. And take and then take the bishop. Although that would only be equal. Well, I'll be up pawns though. I'll be up 1 pawn. I don't know if that's enough. No, I'll be up 2 pawns. Yeah, that's enough. There's a fork. But then I'll still be down material, would I? No, I think it's just a mate. We don't go after the rook. I think that's what it's about. Resisting the temptation. Okay. I want some geometry here, and that's the geometry. Look at that. Always looking for geometry on these. Huh. This is a surprising there's a tactic here. So rook h7. I'm very surprised there's a tactic here. I should say he gives us a check. I mean, are we just happy to get this? You would think it's rook h7 here. What else would it be? Nothing else makes any sense. Yeah, and we take. If rook g5, I can go check. I don't like that puzzle. That was stupid. Okay, we are black. Could it be king f2? Should be king f2. And we could take the bishop, I think. That should be winning. Or is it? Because he gets it back. I'll get the rook, though. No, wait. Oh, no. My bishop's protecting it. Yeah. It's okay there. Let me go here. Okay, so far so good. Slower than yesterday, but So far, so good. So how about a check? If rook takes, then I'm winning a rook. And that should be winning. And if king takes, that could be a problem. So how about if I push here? Do I have back rank issues? Maybe not. Okay, so e7. Right? Take check, and we can just bring the rook back. If he takes, yeah, same thing. Is that what I just said? I don't know. Now, what if he does nothing? You know, let's say he goes h6. I take with check, though. Okay. So I think we're just playing e7 here. Because we're always going to take with check. Yeah. Okay. Free bishop. Little slow, but then I can take here. Actually, what if I go here right away? He's actually threatening mate, so yeah, we don't want to take the knight. Our rook is under attack, but yeah, I'm curious about this. We take on f6. If he trades here, check, take, then I have check, which looks very strong. I don't know. Let's say he plays f6 or something. Then I'm queening, takes. That should be just winning. If he takes right away, it's just mate. I think we might take on f6 here. f6, if he goes rook g8, then again, I think we have mate in 2. So I think his best reply here is yeah, to take on g2, but I just recap. What if he takes with the knight? Well, then I have this again. Yeah, so I think queen g2, right? Knight g2, and that should just be winning. I think we're taking here. Yeah, okay, and then check. Looks strong. Okay, that was tricky. We are black. If we have, so we have a dual threat here of a fork and a mate. And I don't think I don't think white can escape both threats. He can escape the mate, but then I'm winning the bishop. So I think it's knight d7. Yeah, because I don't see how he stops both threats. Either way, I'm going here, no matter what. I don't to f6. I don't think he can stop this. I don't see how he stops it. Very nice. Okay. Okay, so how about a check on f6? If he takes it, we take with the queen, and we're threatening both the knight and mate, kind of. An x-ray mate. Sorry. Like this. He doesn't have any good checks or anything. So that looks pretty good. Now, what if he doesn't take it? What if he moves his king somewhere? Not a popular stream tonight, but it was I started a little bit later. I'm not coughing as much as yesterday so far. I'm happy about that. But yeah, after King H8, I don't seem to have anything. He probably has King G6 too. I really have no clue. The knight G5 I've looked at, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I mean, it's possible it's taking on G5 and then we play F4 later. So like take. He, although he might have F6 here even. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything. He may just have F6. Huh. I don't know. This is tough. I mean, I was looking at knight F6, but then there's King H8, and there's even King G6, I think, because here I just don't see the follow-up. Oh, wait. I guess I could take here. Knight F6. Yeah, so it's knight F6, King H8. I can take it with a queen. That's got to be it. And same thing if it goes to G6, I can go Queen E5. It has to be it. We're playing that, yeah, and then we just. Oh wait, yeah, then we take here. Yeah, wow. Okay, that was a long think. So we have a check. What about Rook F1? I mean, Rook F1 looks good. got to be rook f1. There is a check. But I don't think that hurts us, right? We can just go king h1. And he still has two big threats there. Okay, if he goes rook e6, then I'm still going to win material. So I think it's rook f1. Yeah, king h1. Okay, last one. Yeah, this was a bit of a tough batch today. Not over yet, though. Okay, so we have a check. Why would we not take on a8 there? It feels like we have all the time in the world. So I'm very confused here. It seems very straightforward. Right? I mean, we should be okay there. I know that he is threatening a check, but I mean, we can start this way. And eventually I should be able to fork him. Like, I don't know. That has to be good, though, in some capacity. Worst case scenario, I go rook f1 after. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Yeah, so it takes... so... Excuse me. He does get to go to f2 here. So after he moves and I take on a8, he can take on f2. But then it's all me. And all I have to do is protect g2. Actually, no, I'll have to protect two squares there. So maybe it's kind of interesting. So take. I do think we take the rook. I mean, maybe I don't. I mean, it's possible I don't. Maybe I go check here. I don't think so, though. I think I would probably take the rook. Oh, wait. I actually forgot that he could take on b1, too. I didn't even think about that. So it's a good thing I'm being cautious here. Yeah, so I go king g2. Then he has this check. This is actually a lot more serious than I thought. So maybe I'll go here in between. Probably it's Russian Zug. So check, and then we go check. I betcha. And then after he moves again somewhere, then I might be able to take it. And he takes on f2. So there's still that danger. But I think that's the way. I think we throw in rook e1. So I think I'm going to go rook e1 because that can't hurt to play now. But let's look at it a little bit. So rook e1. And yeah, if he runs here, I think we're taking on a8. Take on a8, he takes on f2, but then I just have to have something at that point. And also at that point, worst case scenario, I put the queen back here. So this is the key move. And we take, and then we take on a8, I think. Yeah, so I think we take on a8. He's got just one check. Okay, and I'm done. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. So that took me a bit under 35 minutes. So a little slow, but got there in the end. Ooh. There was that one that I spent a long time on. There were a couple like that. But the puzzle streak portion, of the stream is done. I'm going to play a game in a minute here. To my audience of 0. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm just giving CPT something to run. This is a game from a couple of days ago. Yeah, let's skip that one. Oh, wait, wrong one. Excuse me. Okay, I'll run this one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When it was 7. Okay, time for a game. I do think I'm coughing less, as I say, than yesterday. Still coughing a lot, but better than yesterday. Okay. Wow, this guy has a lot of games played. Over 25,000 rapid games. We got a modern. It's a very slow move, number 2. Odd. He blinked. He might be having connection issues, but he's got a decent connection. Maybe loading up the stream. Okay, anyways, he's here. And I've been really mixing it up with how I play against the this whole setup, the pure to modern. Let's go bishop e3. Ricola. Yes, sir. A5. Interesting. I don't think we really need to react to that, right? I could play F4, and maybe I shall. Excuse me. So, is B5 incoming? I don't think there's a huge problem there. Maybe queen B6, but this is already defended. I don't know. I don't think we really need to react to that. So let's just play knight F3. And very strange moves from my opponent. E5 now. Is it too early? He may just go back, and then what have I achieved? Right? I didn't really achieve anything there. So I think I'm just going to go bishop D3. It does weaken D4 a little bit, though. But let's play that. But yeah, this gets a little weak. And he moves back. This guy is unhinged. Unhinged. I'm going to castle. And well, this doesn't really make sense. I don't know, 'cause I could have played it earlier. It could make sense. Could make sense. What about f5 and sack a pawn? Right? Because if takes, and claim that there's play there, but at the same time, I don't think we need to do that yet. Maybe I go queen e2 and let's go queen e2 and get the rooks to the central files. And I'll even do that now and just load everything up. And here I think I'm just going to go bishop c1. I do want to keep this bishop. That drops a... No, it doesn't drop a pawn. If queen b6... queen b6 is a consideration. I might have knight a4 there. Hello, Richard Kapner. Yeah, so bishop c1, queen b6, e5 maybe. Ooh, I don't know. That's a little tricky because he might have takes. Oh, my queen x-rays it. So I think that just works. So queen b6, I think e5 works. Let's see if my calculations are correct here. Yeah, because my queen goes here. So I think I want to take with the f pawn. Hopefully c5 is not a problem. I'm going to take with the f pawn. Yeah, he wants this. So I could go king h1. I might do that. Yeah, let's just go king h1. He might have c5 and he is being annoying, but I want off this file, or diagonal rather. And then maybe I can play h3. If he goes back, do I want to take it? No, I don't. Okay, yeah, I was expecting this. We have knight d5, and then he has to go back to d8. And we had a similar position yesterday in a dragon. And I think I'm just going to go for this. We'll take another cough drop. The coughs are coming on here. So knight d5. I mean, it's possible he puts a queen somewhere else, but I think he goes to d8. And there's still pressure here, but then I could maybe play c3. This makes sense to me. We're going to learn from yesterday. Yeah, and then I might go c3 here. Just beefing up d4. If d6... I don't know. It doesn't seem to bother me. I'm going to go c3. Yeah, d6, I'll just go knight f4, I think. Maybe knight e3. Oh, crap. Damn. Completely missed that. Wondering if I have knight e7 here. Knight e7. If he moves the king, then I can take another pawn. Oh no, I can't. Okay, knight e7, king h8. Then I maybe just grab my pawn back. It's a little... Yeah, I might have knight e7 here. Knight e7. So if he takes right away, same thing. I'll just take... Oh, no, he gets this pawn. But... No, maybe I don't do that. Because if he takes here, I do have I do have a discovery. So maybe I do take the knight. Yeah, I feel he has to take mine. And then maybe I take on g6. Okay, we'll do this. We will take it. Yeah, and I think I'm taking on g6 here. It gets tricky. Is there knight f2? No, there's not. Okay, so I think we can take that. Wow. Zwisch and Zugs left and right. Can I go here in the knight g5? There's a billion Zwisch and Zugs. I think I have this. Oh, wait, no. His bishop is protecting his knight. Still, though. Still. No. Let's not get... That's one step too far. Almost works. This almost works, too. Okay. I think... Should we just put it here? Oh, we're dropping this pawn then. No, we have another Zwischenzug there. It gets take. Okay, I'm very low on the clock here. This was a crazy tactical position. And I'm actually down pawns. I didn't realize that. I'm down a pawn after all of that. Okay. So now what? Maybe h3 takes. No, look at this. We have bishop h7 again. So let's play that. He has to go king h8. And we got our pawn back, but we have no time. We have no time here. And can almost go here. Okay, let's just retreat maybe here. Now let's go all the way back. He'll get his pawn back, but his king is a little more exposed. And I have knight g5. I can also take here. I'm getting really low. I think I want this. I'm just getting so low on the clock. Actually, how does he stop? How does he deal with this? He's got a lot of ways to deal with it. Okay, let's keep. Oh, I've got no time here. So this is a threat, but it's easily dealt with. Is it though? Yeah, it is. Is it though? Check. And I had a lot of threats, man. This guy doesn't take me seriously. You know, he doesn't take me seriously. Why not? Why don't people take me seriously? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was so tactical, and he just moves quick. It bothers me because I lose a lot of games like that where people just play aggressively and quickly, and the quality is bad. But then I often lose just because, well, I get clocked out, and it's, I don't know. For some, it's kind of annoying. It was a weird game. He played really, really, really strangely. But then it got incredibly interesting. It was a super fun tactical position in the middle game there. but he just played so quickly. And then I had a lot of threats. I mean, it was so sharp, and he just plays quickly. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at that without the engine, and then with the engine. So yeah, so we had. I mean, yeah, he definitely played strange. A5 and then C6 and then Bishop F6. Bizarre. Maybe his whole strategy is to just play weird moves to rattle the opponent and then get a time advantage, and that is what happened. But I think I had a very nice position here. And then somehow, yeah, I didn't see this. I didn't see knight e5. But still, white position might be pretty good here. And yeah, I was thinking, what was I thinking here? Oh yeah, I was thinking we're taking on e7, but his queen ends up giving us a discovery, so I opted for this. And well, his king. I mean, look at what we have to attack with. We have all of this to attack with, and he's missing a G pawn. So I won another pawn. Brought in the knight. Didn't have any specific plan, but seems good. And then he just walks into this discovery. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what he needs to play here. Maybe, oh, well, his queen's under attack, right? So where's he going to even go? Let's say he goes to a7 or a6 rather. Yeah, maybe he goes to a6 and then I give the check and we trade. I should be better here though, because eventually I should win a pawn or something. But okay, let's quickly look at that with the engine. I'm not too interested what the engine has to say though, because it was pretty sharp. If that makes any sense. Okay, so this is what we need to look at here. So first of all, e5, not the best move, not terrible though. It wants to get off this diagonal immediately, because this allowed. Oh, I missed 95 here. Yeah, so better just get off of this before there's any tactics immediately. And then the big blunder was here. Yeah, same thing. He could have taken. So I needed to kick the knight out, because here he can take on e5. Okay, I'm going to play another game. Oh, he aborted. Okay. Sicilian. Open Sicilian. Oh, haven't seen this in a while. Interesting. Okay, let's go g6. Just kind of blunt his bishop, so that it feels weird on d3. Make him regret that move. Now what? Okay, I don't want to put the bishop here because he's always has f3. So I think I'm just going to calmly play bishop d7 and just keep developing here. And keep looking at this because eventually if he goes to e2, I'm looking at ways to hit this pawn. So maybe I can do that. Doesn't work though. Maybe I can go a6, b5, b4 the threat. And then hit his bishop. Very long plan. Here he is knight a4 though, and he can come in here. Okay, let's yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. Yeah, and if I go a6, it's always like a4. Okay, I'm going to go rook c8. This guy keeps blinking. Might have to go in Zen mode if he keeps doing it. It's so distracting. Yeah, so if I go knight b4, bishop e2, my a7 pawn could fall in cases. So I wonder if I should play a6. I'm kind of worried about this. You know, I don't like that. a6, knight a4. How am I supposed to deal with that? So yeah, maybe I go here first and then a6. Knight b4. No, I keep dropping this pawn. Oh man, what am I supposed to do? Oh, so it's f5. f5. Maybe I have to play e6 here. Can this still be played? I might be able to. f5. Takes. Oh god. This is a threat, eh? Oh god. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. No, I don't think e6 helps because he still just plays f5. Yeah, maybe this bishop, maybe that was the plan behind d3 to push f5. Interesting. So maybe I do try for this. Give up the pawn and then play b6. I don't know. We'll try this. I got to play something. So my plan is to undermine. I know that I give him this, but I don't want him playing f5. So now it's a little bit harder for him to play f5. Okay. So now what? See, I'm used to having the bishop here, not on d7. That's one thing that's messing me up a little bit. Well, now that my knight's gone, I think I can play a6 because this is no longer a problem because my bishop covers a4. So, but b5 doesn't really do anything. I could go here. Okay, is f5? He could have played f5 last move, I think. Yeah, do I want e6? That weakens this too much. God, this position. Okay, let's go 98. Converge on c3. Opponent just went offline. By the way, I've never beaten this guy before. He's He's 3-0 against me. So, and it looks like he's about to be 4-0 against me. Mr. Blinky. Okay, so do we want e5? Probably not. That looks pretty bad. I don't want to give up my bishop at the same time. But yeah, I really don't know what to do. Am I putting my knight here? Okay, I don't know. It's a move. So we're going to, I guess we'll trade bishops. Yeah, I really did not know how to play this. Ugh, had no idea how to play this. Does he have f6 here? Yeah, he wins a pawn. Crap. Or maybe I bring the king back, but no, he still wins a pawn. Well, he doesn't win a pawn. Well, I don't know. It's bad though. Whatever it is, it's bad. I think he wins a pawn, and he can come here. This is just completely. I just got crushed. Not even close. I just got completely crushed this game. If this guy ends up beating me 5-0, I might have to block him. I don't know. Is 5-0 blockable? Maybe not, but 6-0 I'll block someone, I think. That's yeah, 6-0. Yeah, not 5-0. 6-0 or 7-0, I think, is where I will feel that, yeah, the game's like, oh, what was this about? What was this about? Oh, he's got that. Okay. Well, f6. Yeah. And all of that's covered. Can I can't go there. Okay, just move. I don't know. Excuse me. Queen c4. I shouldn't worry. Shouldn't worry too much about these moves because I'm low on the clock, and the moves here shouldn't matter a huge amount, like considering how little time I have. Now, if he takes, that's a good question of, I don't want to take his bishop because he's coming here. So, well, either way. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Because he had this. He still has it. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I would have been okay, but. Okay. Do we want to keep that? Okay, let's keep it. But it's tricky to play against a knight, is the thing. With low time. Because he, I don't know, he doesn't have any good entry points, though. So what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's just make a move then. Maybe I should have gone to B3. We'll go there now. And maybe I keep my pawns on dark squares. Yeah, he gets in there. So we'll just tuck back. And I don't know. Here comes the coughing. We will take that. My pawn should be better here. In fact, we'll do it this way, and this guy's gone. Oh. I stand corrected. Okay. Still prefer my pawns over whites. I might take... he gets this, but I don't know. I like my pawns. Okay, let's move here. I'm gonna try to get active. I do like my pawns better, but I got no time. I've been playing this drinking game where I take a sip of water every time I cough, but I've been forgetting to do that. But okay, we shall do this. He might take, and then he might have a H4. Oh, really? Yeah, that poses. Okay, let's just take, because I don't have time. And I'm going to actually push it. His king is active, though. Do I have this? Okay, another cough drop. I'm going to overdose on these things. He's blinking again. Okay. Okay, look at this. We have pass pawn potential here. I still prefer black. I just don't have the time. Yeah. Goes in there. Wait, can I go here? Now let's try this first. I wasn't sure if I should go king e5 first or this, but... Okay, here. I told you my pawn structure is better. Yeah, we get active. If he pushes, I take. Okay, we'll protect this. If he pushes, it is dangerous though. But I can take this. Maybe. He's thinking about it. I think I would have to take. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go here and we have no choice but to take that. And then can I go after this? Oh, I should have did this last move. Oh, this was winning. Oh, but this is a problem though. But I don't know, I'm quick there. Okay, do I have this here? Yeah, how far can I abandon that? Okay, we're gonna go here. Fuck. Right over here. My end games, man, are not bad. This is a draw, I think. I had a win there and I screwed it up. Oh, I screwed it up, man. No, wait. Do I have it? I got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Yee. That was a pretty good end game. You got to admit, right? Oh yeah. Oh, he got outplayed there. I told you I liked. It was equal pawns, right? But I preferred my pawn structure because his pawn structure just felt more committed. It's hard to explain, but I'll show it. Theoretically, I'm sure it was a draw, but it felt like his pawn structure, was just more rigid. Ooh, okay. Take a look at that. So, but I didn't like the middle game. I had no idea how to proceed. What do you guys think? Like, what should I have done? I didn't know what to do in the middle game. Like here, I didn't know what to do. Yeah, the coughing is coming here. I'll drink more. So, yeah, do you guys have any suggestions with... Okay, Programming Archive says, very comfortable for black. But I didn't know what to do. Yeah, this is more like a dragon, right? This is kind of like a dragon. I'm just realizing, flipping the position. This is basically a dragon. Jesus, how did that happen? When I flip the board, it's the dragon. No wonder I didn't know what to do. So I guess, but I kind of went there. Eventually, I was kind of eyeing this stuff, right? Which is what you do in the dragon, right? So I didn't realize it was a dragon, essentially, more or less. I mean, white doesn't have a dragon position. There's no, he didn't castle queenside, and there's no bishop on c4. But I have a dragon position. White doesn't. But it looks like this was kind of the right approach. But I didn't see an actual way to proceed with it. Whoops. So I don't know. I went for this. I was really scared of f5. I think he could have played it earlier, actually. Vivek says knight e8. So allows knight d5. You mean from white? That doesn't seem to be a problem. I don't think that's a problem. Peter said the idea was bishop d7 to c6 was good after a6. No, but the a6, I was always scared, like when my knight was still here, I was scared of knight a4. That was a big fear I had. A big fear. Otherwise, I would play a6. Oh, you're saying here, knight d5? Ah, doesn't seem to be a. Oh, because of this. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that was a problem. Hard to say though, because I can take on b2, right? I can take on b2, and then if knight b6, I might even take on a3 there and sack the exchange. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I think we can take on b2. Okay. Anyways, moving on. We'll look at that with the Yunshin. And yeah, so I didn't love this because, well, it's my fianchetto bishop, but it actually relieved a lot of the pressure. And now that I think about it, when I'm white playing against the dragon, the lines I play, computer doesn't like to actually take that because I think it does actually take away some of white's attack. So I don't know. Maybe it's not so bad for black. And then here it's probably roughly equal. And yeah, I was low in the clock. Started putting my pawns on dark squares. I snatched this knight off just because, well, it was a fork, but even if it wasn't a fork, I think I would have taken it. The knight is too strong there, I think. And yeah, unfortunately, he had a way to defend this. But yeah, I do prefer black here. I like my pawns. They're not committed. Like this is an isolated pawn. That's one thing. This is a question for white. And this is also kind of weak, believe it or not. I don't think this is a great structure because I could attack one and then the other ones are vulnerable. Yeah, so I felt comfortable. I mean, I preferred black here is what I'm trying to say. I was considering taking and then getting active, but I wanted to improve first. And so, yeah, I started doing that here. I'm not sure if this was perfect or not. Decided to, I considered taking, but this, I mean, it's, the benefit of this is he's got to be really careful about, he's got to defend h3 for the rest of the game, basically. So I pushed and created another front. I think this was a very, well, I guess I could have played it at any time, but I think this was important because now I have pass pawn potential here, right? 2 versus 1. I can create a pass pawn here. And yeah, I wasn't sure if I had gone here first, but then I didn't like this. So I think I did it the right way. And just, yeah, got my rook active, defended my pawn. I wanted to stop breakthrough attempts. And then I think this is a mistake from him because this is a real threat here. And I went straight for it. And then I immediately abandoned it. And note that I didn't give a check right away because the further the pawn is, like, you know, closer to my starting point, the farther his king has to get it. So my logic was if I went after these, he then has to travel. He might have to travel farther after taking it and then traveling back to defend. Whether that was correct or not, I'm not sure, but that was my logic. And yeah, so I just abandoned my pawn. And I'm happy with how I played this because, well, first of all, we have to take. I didn't take this way because I think he's queening here. So I think this was the must move. And this is very critical, I think. I think I took correctly because if I take here again, this is unstoppable. So very crucial. And then this is just winning here. But I think I screwed up here in the next few moves because I was so low in the clock. But I think I screwed up here. So you know what I think I should have done? For the same thing I said before about here not pushing the pawn, I should have went straight after the a pawn because he has to travel. He has to. This is what white has to do. White has to get to this square specifically. If white can get to this square while taking this pawn, then he can draw. So by keeping this pawn here, he has to travel this, literally this exact distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 moves. But all I need to do is get my king here before he gets to C1. And so I can do that before 9 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do that in 5 moves. So I've got a million. So this would have been, I think, more technically correct. There's no need to push this pawn. And I might have screwed things up by doing that. Once I realized it, then I abandoned it. Yeah, even here, I should have went after this pawn, I think. Because I might have screwed this up. Yeah, so had I kept pushing, that might have made it... Wait a second. I could have just pushed. I'm stupid. I forget about this sometimes. Yeah, because he didn't reverse correctly, right? Oh, wait. No. I was correct to... Yeah, no, I was correct to abandon it here. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, so had I pushed and then abandoned it, he might have been in time. Yeah, so he would have been in time. So this was critical that I abandoned it at this point. I was lucky to see. So the theme of this game is just you don't always want to push your pawns. That happens 3 times in this endgame. Because had I pushed, I think he draws here. Because his king is going to be close enough. See, look. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, sorry. Boom, 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 boom. Because he's going to get to C1. And then it's a draw. So I abandoned it at the correct time. And, but he screwed up, actually. No, he screwed up. It was a draw. Yeah, he needed to go. He doesn't know his endgames. So he needed to go to D2. He needed to go to D2. Yeah, you need to know, this is in Dvoretsky's endgame manual. This is the key square you have to worry about. It's this exact square. You need to get to this square. Yeah, so this would have drawn. And now it's too late. So, wow, he really screwed that. Yeah, so I never should have pushed this pawn. Even here, I could have... I don't know. This might have been winning now. Yeah. I should never have kept pushing it. I should have abandoned it much earlier. Yeah. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. A lot to learn from this one. Waiting for it to finish here. Okay, ooh, looks like it. Yeah, I blundered in the middle, in the opening. So this was all fine. Yeah, but you know what's interesting? I didn't realize that I was playing a dragon. But I just didn't realize that. So I should rethink this a little bit. Yeah, so had I played A6, then it's like a dragon dwarf. I'll look at this more on my own, but yeah, he kind of tricked me into playing a dragon. So it's saying I could play A6 here, and then if he plays knight A4, that we can either play knight B4. Well, it says we could do anything. Then just simply rook b8. I don't know. Really? I don't know. I don't really like this. I don't know. I'm a little surprised about that. It's saying we could also play e5, and then if he pushes... Oh, I'm not comfortable with this, though. This ain't comfortable. Come on. Come on. That's not comfortable. Computer's like, oh, yeah, let's play this. But I'm not comfortable with that. That's too stressful. I don't want to do that. No. There was also knight a5 here was an idea. But let's look at knight b4. So knight b4, bishop e2. Oh, a little tactic here. We could take on e4, and then if he takes, we can take on c2. Wow. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to play the dragon. Stuff like this. Right? Okay, this would have... Okay, I could have played knight b4 maybe. Yeah, so this isn't great for white. And a6. Okay, so I could have played pretty much anything. It's suggesting bishop e6 here or rook e8. I considered rook e8, but I thought that doesn't really solve the lack of a plan. But basically everything was fine. It wants to go bishop c6 or to trade. Yeah, it rathers me trade than to have my king on g7. It would rather me, it would rather me take and then play bishop 6. I don't know. I don't like this position though. I just don't like it. So I really have to think in the future. But the knight b4 move was kind of interesting earlier. So this was a mistake because of knight d5. This is now winning for white. Why? How is this a threat? Let's just say I make a move. Make a random move here. How is this a threat? Oh, f6. My bad. Yeah, okay. This is sensitive. Okay, so f6 here. Okay, that makes sense. That would have been better. And yeah, f6 now. And this was all good. This was a mistake. Yeah. This was a mistake because I like my pawns. And yeah, so this was all perfect. It likes how I played. But instead of king g6, it actually wants me to trade right away. And then play h5 right away. Yeah, this is overextended. So I did kind of assess this correctly. Or rook c5 first and then h5. But I did a very similar thing. The difference, though, by playing king g6 right away is it allows rook ed1. And what's the difference here? Apparently there's some difference which I don't understand. Maybe it's because of this. Yeah, because here he can take with the rook and then play rook d4. I think that's why. Yeah, some subtleties there. Yeah, so here it wants me to trade first and then h5 or rook c5 because it allowed him to. There was a little defense there. Taking was correct here, best move, and pushing was a blunder though. This was a blunder. It's only equal now. It wants me to play anything else. Interesting. Why is that? Let's learn something. So if we go rook c5 and I don't know, let's say he brings in the king. It's saying b5 or taking. And then what? Then f5. So the way I did it in the game was h4 is not, wait, is not good because I'm confused. Looks to be because his rook gets active and we now have to passively defend it. Is that why? This is not simple. Yeah, it hates this. Yeah, I don't know. This one isn't obvious to me. Yeah, because here, because we can block. Yeah, that seems to be it. It doesn't want to let his rook get active. So it doesn't like h4 because then we have to break on. Eventually, if we break on f5, sorry, where was it here? Here. So he can just move anywhere, and if I break on f5, he can give a check, and then get active. So it doesn't want to do that. It wants to prevent. Sorry, I had a coughing fit. Okay, that's a subtle thing. Like even in a tournament, I might play h4 there. That's not so obvious to me, but I can kind of understand it. His rook gets active on the f file if we want to break on the f file there. So okay, moving on. But he doesn't have the same thing anymore because it's my turn again. So black has a tiny edge here. This was a mistake. So was this. It wants me to play b5 specifically, but there's some other moves that are good too, but it doesn't like this because it's apparently not winnable with perfect play from white. If he just moves the king, which is actually what he did, and then rook g4, which is what he didn't do, but rook g4, and it's giving black an edge, but this is, minus 0.9 is not enough to win with perfect play. I don't know. This looks good for, I guess, c4, and then we have nothing. Jeez, that's silly. So better. Where was that? Where was that? It was here. No. Here, right? So better would have been b5 for some reason, followed by. Oh, this is the idea. So, okay, interesting. So yeah, this is still very close. So b5. Wow. That's the idea here. Moving on. Excuse me. Moving on. Don't you love hearing me clear my my phlegm? Yeah, and then black's just winning here. This is, I think, too long term an advantage. And but then I blunder majorly, not just blunder the win, but blunder like I'm losing here. This is losing. I needed to play king f4, king e4, or a5. So did he have he must have a breakthrough here. So after takes, he blundered, but if he plays king h3, if he plays king h3, white is winning. So how does it happen? I guess the point is he can hit my e7 pawn before I can hit b3. And if I come back to defend, he's got a majority. Oh man. I screwed that up. So yeah, I had no time. I mean, yeah. But no, he played the ending really bad for sure because he had lots of time. So why is this winning? Is it because I don't have a rook pawn? That is why. No, wait, that can't be why. Is it why? Is it because it's a knight pawn? I think that's why. No, could that be why? Where am I here? Yeah, so if I go king f4, and let's just say he starts to make some breakthrough attempt. No, I don't think it's because it's a knight pawn. It just wants earlier access. Because here, my king is farther away. And that might be the difference. Now I'm too slow. I'm one file away. Whereas if I take the opposition and like for example here, we just abandon it, right? And I think the other thing is he also has to take two pawns. Maybe he doesn't grab this one, but yeah, maybe he still goes this way. But my king is closer. I think that's the main difference. So now, like, if he defends here, my king is way closer than it was. He's close here. Wait, I screwed that up somehow. Oh, it's still... Wait. Then it's king... This is tricky. This is tricky. It wants to go king e3 and make him push a pawn. And then go king d4 because we're gobbling. So, wow, interesting. Wow, that's supreme control there. Wow, that's really showing control. Yeah, I mean, it's so natural though. Hey, this is so natural. But this is, yeah, this is losing. I don't have time for that. So I should have kept these pawns and then just grabbed one of these. If he goes back to defend, I'm going to have a breakthrough. Wow. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so I didn't appreciate that he can just go after my e7 pawn. Okay, moving on. And then, yeah, I played this all correct. But then I do screw up here. So as I was saying afterwards, I should just go straight after his... But this is the simplest thing Simplest way to proceed here. You just go and just grab it. That's the simplest way to do it. I never should have pushed this pawn. This is still winning, but then I pushed it too far. See, this is a draw. See, I should have just went after this pawn. I never should have pushed this. Never should have pushed my e-pawn. So, yeah, a lot to learn from that game. I'm going to play another one. I'm going to play another one. Drink every time I cough. Come on. Got to break up that phlegm. Oh, 20,000 games from this guy. Ooh, haven't seen an English in a while. So we're going to play a Dutch English or English Dutch. And don't think it matters if I play knight f6 or e6 there. So I could actually get this in one move. I could try to be greedy. Should I try to be greedy? It doesn't work though if he plays d4 though. It'll all transpose in the end. But he might not play d4, so let's try to be greedy. I'll play d6. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, programming archives. I forget sometimes. And look, my greediness. So we got e5 in for free, unless d4 is a thing there. Okay, so I think I tricked him with a little move order trick there. Because I got e5 in. Did I mention I got e5 in for free? I don't know if I mentioned that. And what do we do? I'm not used to getting e5 in for free. Maybe a5 to stop b. To stop b4. And then how do we play this? I'm not used to getting this in. F4? Too early. Does this make any sense? No. King H8? How about this? Yeah, there we go. Queen E8. No immediate plans for it, but potential attacking ideas. Even Queen H5 right away. Yeah. Might do that. Okay. So that doesn't do anything, right? So I think, yeah, we're going to go here. And then maybe F4. Oh, really? What's he want? Does he want this or something? Ooh, God, is that a problem? No, I think I'm okay. Okay, so we show take. So knight before I go knight c6, I think. Yeah, okay, so F4 and go for the jugular. This is how you're supposed to play the classical Dutch, but I never get such such positions. God. Do you guys think I'm coughing less than yesterday? I started out the stream not too bad. I wasn't coughing much, but now I am. But I think when you're sick, you're not supposed to really be streaming or talking for 2 hours straight, right? I cough more when I'm streaming. Like when I'm not streaming, I'm coughing throughout the day, but not as much as when I'm streaming. I think the nonstop talk. And the thing is, it's not like a two-person conversation. Like in a two-person conversation, I'm resting while listening to the other person talk. But since I'm talking nonstop, it makes me cough very easily. Okay, so he's scared. So this should achieve a whole lot of nothing. But I could almost sack. Honestly, oh God, did that even work? But then he can go back here. It almost works though, right? Boom, boom. Oh, wait, I already forgot what I was doing. No, here. But he also might have h3. Okay. So is this the way to do it? F4. It's got to be decent, right? Does he want to come in here? I don't know, but this opens things up. This has to be... We got to play it, right? Okay, he does go in there. Does this win? H3. Can almost sack. Okay, what about bishop h6? See, Simon Williams knows what to do here, but I'm not used to this position. Does he have d3 push though? Does that work? No. Yeah, he's got d3 maybe. Do we have knight g4 there? Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do after e3. Do I take? I feel like there's a, like, I don't know, maybe I'm not winning. Maybe I'm not winning here. What about this? Because this opens up my f file. What if I take and then bishop h6? And then if he plays e3, then I have f3. Do I though? Maybe not. Ah. Can I push? What about d5? He just takes? But then I've got another way to attack. Boom, boom, boom. Knight takes. Push. Check, you defend. Oh, God. Push here. H3. Feels like it's close to being a win here. I just don't know how to attack. Okay, maybe I just bring in another piece. Is that what I'm doing? Or should I just take here? Take seems very wrong. Okay, I'm going to bring in another piece. I don't know. Okay, we'll go here. Okay, that burned a lot of time. I mean, this is the type of thing I should know. I should know how to attack here. This is the type of position you want in the Dutch. Like, this is the dream. But I never get it. Okay, so problem number one for me is e3. If I go bishop g4, I presume he just goes f3, but then maybe I can go here. I might be losing f4 eventually, though. Even immediately. Right? It just takes. Yeah, so even here, I don't know how I'm dealing with e3. Maybe just keep the pressure on, but I'm still losing a pawn. Maybe we have to give up pawns in these positions. e3. Let him take a pawn. Take again. I don't know. I like the queen on the h file. e3. Here again. h3. He goes for it, the bastard. Boom, boom. And then take or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this after all. I don't know. I'm gonna go for this. I don't have time, but man, oh, I'm sure Black had great attacking. I mean, we know Black had a great attack there, but I don't know how to continue it. Not enough experience. Again, yeah, he goes for this, of course. And so he's going to win a pawn here. At least. And he probably just goes for it right away. I mean, that was a dream attacking position. Drink. Cough, drink. Cough and drink. So he takes on f4. And do I want to take the bishop at that point? Maybe. Might as well pre-move this. Let's look at it from White's perspective. Yeah, he looks fine. Oh, I'm sure I had an attack there though. Like, I'm not saying it was winning. I'm not saying that, but I'm sure there were ways to play that would have made it very difficult for White to defend, where defending would not have been easy. And I don't think I did that correctly. Well, obviously I didn't. But we'll see with Yanjin. Different ways I could have attacked. Yeah. So he goes there and okay, I don't know. We'll take. And yeah, I've got absolutely nothing here. I'm so curious how we were supposed to attack. I might take and then try to get my rook in. Maybe I can even play d5 right away. I'm actually going to go here, believe it or not. Oh, yeah, can I take? Okay. This is why I like being lined up with the king. Okay, I think I want to take with the rook, except he comes in here. So we also have a check. Maybe I should do that right away. Let's go. Whoops, I'm in check. My bad. Okay, let's do it this way. No, wait. No, we do it this way. Okay, we go here. He comes in. And we give a check then, I think. Although this is a nice square for the knight. Maybe go h5. I mean, this check really does a whole lot of nothing. Goes in there. Okay. Let's just go here. Hoping that he, you know, forgets about this fork. I am threatening to take. No, maybe not. He can take with the queen. Yeah, wise choice. So let's improve the knight. Do we want this? Do we want... Oh, crap. Okay. Let's... This can't be bad, right? That can't be bad. Discoveries on his knight. Maybe here. Or... Whoops, that doesn't work. No, yeah, maybe here. I don't really want him trading. No, let's go here. Yeah, we also have this f3 square. And we can almost take here. Okay, let's do this. I have to watch out for this fork on e7. This is a threat. Boom, next move. Could I have played that earlier? No, I couldn't have. So this is a threat. He might attack it now. Okay, we shall do this. We have a small time edge. He might go to g3, but then I'll go to e3. I also have rook d2. This should be winning. I don't know if I want bishop b3, rook d2. Rook d2 is probably better. More to the point, straight to the point. And we snuck away with the victory here. But I'm so curious how we should have attacked. I'm so curious. And he's going to let the time run. Okay. Anticlimactic there, but we got the win. I'm so curious how we should have attacked. Let's go straight to the engine on that one. I had no clue how to attack there. We had the perfect attacking position. Perfect. I know that. I bet you it was right here. I just didn't know how to attack anymore. So the Dutchman overpowered opening, right? We play the Dutch on move 1, and by move 13, we're completely winning. See, it goes straight down because it's just Dutch is just overpowered. Overpowered opening, but I don't know how to attack once we get the good position. So this was all good. I tricked him with this move order and got the e5 in for free. And then, queen 8 was good. So first of all, queen h5, it's not in the top 5 moves, but the eval is about the same. And I took with a pawn, which was fine. It's saying I could take with the bishop. I don't know what that's about. But this is fine. f4 was best. Now, had he played e3 here, bishop g4 is best. This is similar to what happened in the game. Wow, see? Then you take here. Oh my god. And did I have that in the game? Okay, and then if he takes, I just go bishop h6, I think. No. I mean bishop h3, no. It wants to just tuck back. Excuse me. And but then it's not so clear. Then he's still got to play a game here. But at least it's -1.5. But yeah, I just take on g3 there. So, okay, so he didn't play e3 though. He played knight e4. And this was the best move, knight c6. I spent 4 minutes on this. Yeah, here, this is where I was wondering how to attack, right? And I actually found the best move. There was no way to attack here. Not yet. So knight c6 was actually best. Also, I forgot about king h8 too. Just getting off of this diagonal prophylactically, and maybe allowing g5. I should have considered king h8. It's not as good as knight c6, so I did find the best move. Excuse me. And then he did play e3. It was very natural. Had he played something else, like, let's say, I don't know. Let's say a3. Then I want to go knight g4. And after h5, Saxville. Actually, how about we just take on... Oh, no, that's protected. Yeah, so... Then knight e3. There's also other winning moves, but knight... How does this win? Oh, that's ridiculous. Wow, the Dutch is insane. Okay. So, yeah, so h5, we can actually take on h4. Crazy. So the best move here would have been h3, and then there's only one winning move, which is sneezing. If you sneeze, you're winning. So you want to go apparently to h6. If we go to f6, it's only equal after e3. So what's the point of this? What's the difference? Oh, we don't block the f file, so we can push f3 here. Wow. This is interesting. Yeah, so but he played e3. And then I missed the winning move, knight g4. So again, if he plays h5, we can take on h4. Same thing as before. I'm just not used to attacking. I can't believe there's a win here. And if h3, what was it again? Yeah, f3. f3. Oh yeah, I was looking at something similar, but so what do we do here? Queen h3. And then if he takes on g4, we can take with the bishop. Wow. And here? This is still tricky, though. Bishop e6. And then why are we winning? Probably I'm an eventual rook lift, I presume. Yeah, it's still a little tricky, though. And that's if white defends perfectly. So, where was that? So, knight g4. Hello, the rook. That's not a losing streak. What the hell what does that mean? 1446 to 1446 to 1430. That's a losing streak? Losing one game is a losing streak? Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I went bishop. I don't know why I didn't even consider knight g4. I mean, I was a bit low on the clock. No, I think I considered it, but I thought he could just push the h-pawn. I didn't consider that we could sack here, and or h3. I didn't look at f3. So I should have been more direct. 5 losses is not a losing streak, I'm afraid. If you lose 100 points, and then it's a losing streak. Sorry. Yeah, so I had to play knight g4. That's the secret sauce. And then it's just equal at this point. And then, so this was a blunder. Yeah, because I win a pawn. And then, taking with the bishop was best. Here it wants me to play other moves, but I had a minute and a half. Yeah, but it likes knight h4, followed by d5. I don't know. I don't care about this so much. And then here, he let his time run, but black is only a little bit better after he takes. I mean, the computer says that black's only a little bit better, but I'll take black here every day. Every day. Every day. But I was also up in the clock. Okay, I'll play another one because it'll be nice to end at 2100. So here we have another opponent from India. Carol Khan, have not seen many of these lately. One of my favorite openings to play against. So I don't know why it hasn't been in fashion lately. What are we doing? Everyone plays at Tartic Hour. Everyone. Like, you see? Why does everybody play that? It's the most boring line. And that's saying something in the Carol Khan. Okay. So, I usually do pretty well in the Carol Khan, but this is h6 right away. Wonder, I don't know if we have something more optimal. Okay, and I think I just want to go h3 here. Although, I wonder if I should have played bishop and castle queenside. That would have been interesting too. But no, we're just going to play it normal. Normally. Now, do I want f4 or c4? f4... Does he have this? Or c4 first? Okay, can I go f4? Let's not overthink it. I'll analyze it after the game. So threatening f5, obviously. And So I think, does he lose his bishop here? Because then I'm going to go c4. I think doesn't he lose his bishop here? Am I crazy? Am I crazy, or does he not lose his bishop? I think he loses the bishop. Goodbye, bishop. Told you my Kyrkon's not bad. So that does nothing. I think I want to go to h1. It's still a scary move regardless. But this actually causes him more problems than answers. Okay. So this is weak. Do I have bishop f4 here? Is this, we gotta be a little bit careful. I think I could take. Just trying not to get mated here. Okay, so bishop f4, and then if he takes, I can recapture. Do I also just have g3, winning both bishops? Yikes. Or can he take here? No, he can't. I think I win both bishops. That's gotta hurt. I think that's both bishops gone. That's gotta hurt, man. Jesus. Man, loses one bishop and then another. This guy doesn't like the church. Ouchie. Ouch. Now, should I be pre-moving here? Well, I can't pre-move both queen d3 and knight g3, but I could pre-move one of them. So I could go knight g3, because I don't think there's a world where that would be a mistake. Okay, so interesting. He wants the d pawn. Well, I think we should. I mean, there's no rush to take it, but I feel like I should. I mean, I could protect this pawn. This would give me some shelter. Plus, it would protect this. I wonder. I wonder. Or should I just take it? I think he's got this after. So, okay, so takes. Yeah, because he's threatening knight. Oh, my ears need popping. Yeah, because if he takes on d4, he's threatening knight f3. Then I could go here. Okay, I'm gonna take the bishop, and then I think I'm gonna go bishop e4. I don't know. Maybe bishop e4 first was better, but I don't think it's worth laboring over. I think I should just try to trade here. So bishop e4. Keep it simple. I don't think he has anything that we have to worry about. I think he wants to protect the b pawn. And I could start attacking him, or I could start offering trades. I think I want to go the trade route. This makes the most sense to me. So I shall play it. And any peace trade will make my job 1,000,000 times easier. And he lets me do that. So I think I'm just going to take that knight. Just simplify the position. I undouble his pawns, but I'm up 2 pieces. I'm happy to simplify. Okay. So I could play bishop d3, but I think I should activate my rooks. So I think I'm going to go rook a d1 and get that going. Let's not overthink it. So let's just play it. If he wants to start trading, I think I will just trade. I might even have stuff like f6. I'm sure I do. In fact, maybe I should consider it. Could take his mate, right? Yeah. Yeah, f6, g6, bishop g6, fg. And this is mate. And if he doesn't, like, what if he plays g5 though? Yeah, so can I play it now? And then takes. Yeah. What if he actually takes it though? Okay, let's take once and then maybe f6 here. So f6. Again, if he goes g6, takes, this has to be winning, right? And if he takes it, I think I'm taking. So let's do that. Originally, I mean, I was going to go rook d1 to simplify, but this looks good. So just to calculate again, if g6, I think I can just take. And if he plays g5, then I'll go rook d1, I think. If he does nothing. Okay, interesting. So I could actually give him a check and then take here. So check. If he goes to h8, then I can check. King has to take, and then I might have this. Oh, that looks good though. Yeah, and same thing here. Check. Okay, let's do that actually. It's a little dangerous though. I mean, I could just play something simpler, or even here. Okay, so let's look at this. So check. King f8, check, take. Yeah. Then I think there's actually a win there, and then I sack the rook, and then queen g6. There might be a win there, but that's getting overly fancy. I think I should just simplify here. Like, why make life harder for yourself? I just dropped my bishop there, so so maybe I should go knight c3. Okay. Too bad, because yeah, this looked good, but it's a little wishy-washy. So we'll just play it properly. Not properly, but we'll play it solidly. Give no possible counterplay. Coughing has eased down. Okay, so what can white do? I mean, black do. If he takes on f6 for whatever reason, I do think I will take. I don't think he's posing enough scary possibilities. He's hitting my rook. Okay, so I could offer a queen trade here, which is probably what I will do. Yeah, so let's do that. And then what am I threatening? I mean, he needs to move the queen, right? So he might go to e6, upon which I might have knight d5. No, he wants to trade. Okay. And if he goes rook d2, he can win a pawn. Guess that's what he wants. He wants a pawn. How do we want to defend? I don't really want to do this so much. But I don't like my alternatives, so I will. And so after he takes on b2, I will... Actually, I wonder if he can take here now. Okay, let's take here and then maybe here, hitting f7. Okay, and now I want to start defending my rook so that my knight can play. I do have very few pawns, I will say. But the last few moves he did everything to get counter play, and now it's my turn to play. You know, I had to coordinate my pieces there. I think I have to protect the knight now. So let's do that. It could also go here, but then he's just going to check me. So kind of a passive approach. So I'm hitting b7. So maybe he wants to go b6. And then I'll probably start attacking his rook. Maybe put the bishop here. This configuration. Yeah, so let's go about that. Make that happen. Yeah, these pawns are rolling, though, all of a sudden. I mean, he's putting up... He played really bad, and now he's playing a little bit better. Okay. So... Yeah, I just want to look at his account. Because he blundered 2 bishops in the opening. And he's giving me a bit of a workout here. Okay, so... he is making this tricky. Okay, can we push here? Stop his pawns a little bit. If he plays c4... Okay, so we can attack this, right? So we attack this. And if he defends it, then maybe I go knight e4. Or does that. Okay, let's go knight e4. And then maybe I go after this pawn. That doesn't make any sense, so. Yeah, so he's got to go to c6, and then I can hit him again. But then he attacks me again. Okay, so let's get the rook in. Maybe there's even a mating net here. See, so he pushes this pawn, though. Yeah, he's playing really tricky here. But my A pawn is stopping his B pawn. We're happy about that. So if he plays c4, I think I'm going to give a check. Maybe even here. Yeah, that's tempting. This is very tempting. Should I give a check here? Okay, we'll try this one. But yeah, rook d7 was tempting too. But see what he does here, because I'm going to take on f6, right? So if rook c7, or maybe I'll take on b6. Or actually, if he goes here, I can force his trade. Yeah, so I might just do this. It's probably simplest. Let's get that rook off the board. And let's attack this pawn. And we'll just calmly move backward. Secure this. Get the king active. And, okay, he's being a little tricky. Let's push that here. The check. Let's get in front of the pawn. Attack it. Pre-move the recapture. He put up a good fight, I will say. Definitely made this trickier than I had wanted. Pre-move this here. Let's just get that protected. And we can pre-move here. Come back. And we're going to go after this pawn now. Pre-move all of this. And get this one rolling. Let him move back and forth. And I am going to block him after the game because he's just wasting my time here. Yeah, and he's gonna let it time. Yeah, I'm gonna block him. It's probably a kid, I'm sure, but don't play till mate. I'm sure it's a kid. Let's look him. I'll look him up. I'm sure it's a kid. See the 8. Yeah, he's born in 2017. Holy crap! So how old does that make him? 8 years old. He's an 8-year-old kid. Okay. I'll unblock him since he's a kid. I mean, if it was an adult, come on. But he's 8 years old. Kids don't like to resign. See you later, Programming Archives. Okay, let's take a look at that game quickly, though. I mean, so the Kirill Khan, he loses both bishops off the bat. And then he actually really, really tried hard. And he did make me work for the win, I will say. I spent a lot of time on this f6 move. I wonder if I should have just tried to simplify earlier. But I think it was pretty straightforward. I didn't really have any difficulties here. Yeah, so let's take a look at that with the engine. And yeah, I'm back at 2100 again, but just barely, so it feels bad, right? Because I want to be mid 2100s at least. I don't want to be hovering at 2100. Okay, this is the graph. Look at my graph. This is my, oh, wait, what is it? Yeah, look at this graph. Okay. Yeah, I think it was pretty straightforward. I did make one mistake though. Right here, f4 is actually a mistake. It's c4 first because of f5. Really? I think I looked at something similar in the past and I couldn't believe, could not believe that this was equal. Yeah, I can't believe this. This is insane. Utterly insane. It might be because we have a bad bishop now. I mean, what if we just bring the queen back and then c5? No, that's just insanity to me. That's equal. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. So c4 first. And I don't... Hello, Tortoise Gaming. I don't understand. It's got to be because we're left with a bad bishop. No, but that's just insane. I mean, I've seen this type of thing before. I think black can even do it. There's a line where black can do it like right away. Maybe not here. I think even here, you can just go f5. And black just gives up the pawn. And it's, I mean, here there's a slight edge for white, so it's not this exact line. It might be f5 right away. Yeah, I mean, it's, the pawn is kind of irrelevant. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, that's just so crazy to me though. So c4 would have been better. And then if black plays something like rook a d8, yeah, this bishop gets worsened, and then you go f4. Oh wait, maybe not f4 here, because still f5. Yeah, that's just crazy though. Oh no, there's a discovery. So here we can't do it. Yeah, plus this bishop is bad, so we might as well play knight f4 here. Wait, I guess knight f4 is not so great. Yeah, it's a very tricky opening, but never ceases to amaze me that f5, black can just give up that pawn, and computer does not care. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. 2.5 hour stream. I'm sick, but I think I coughed less than yesterday, so. Here's hoping that tomorrow I cough even less and I'm another 1% better tomorrow. That's all I can hope for. Tortoise Gaming, no, I forget you. I'm afraid. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you next time.